Titans fire sale. Now, normally when we say
I was
team
thinking
and
about this, yeah.
fire sale, it's I get bored. Like, you see these headlines and I'm like, fire sale? This team's got nobody. What are you talking about? What's the fire sale going to be? With the Titans, I think it's different. So Ryan Tannehill has not practiced for the Titans. You're looking at some combination, it sounds like, or at least they say. Maybe it'll just be one of these guys, but they're saying right now some combination of Will Levis and Malik Willis against the Falcons. A loss to the Falcons would put the Titans at 2-5. We just saw them last week already trade veteran safety Kevin Byard. Like, they're already kind of, there are morsels here that they're ready to get into this mode. And so why do I say it's different for the Titans fire sale? Because they have some really interesting players that could get moved and probably should get moved if you're looking ahead past this season. Derrick Henry, final year of his deal, turns 30 next season. If you don't think you're making the playoffs this year, there is no reason to hang on to Derrick Henry. You trade him, you see what you can get for him. DeAndre Hopkins, no guaranteed money on his contract beyond 2023. That's a guy who, if you are a contending team looking for a veteran outside receiver, a ball winner who can help you down the stretch, well, DeAndre Hopkins kind of fits that description. So he's another guy who could potentially get moved. I was even looking at the defense, Ben, someone like Danico Autry, perennially underrated defensive lineman. He's 33 years old. He's a free agent after this season. Like, if you're a team that needs a little pass rush boost, that's a nice versatile piece to add there. So I think the Titans are a team that if they lose this game and they go to 2-5, and the future does not look, it looks like it's going to be a rough season with Will Levis and Malik Willis taking a lot of these snaps. They're a team that I really think would make sense to move these guys quickly as soon as next week begins. So that's kind of one thing I've got my eye on. Kind of as soon as these games end Sunday and we're looking ahead to Monday morning and that trade deadline that's around the corner on Tuesday, I think the Titans are at like the top of the list of teams I'm watching.
Yeah. Happy Halloween to us, man. We record the pod Monday night. Like, trade deadline stuff will be happening, but then we'll also have more trade deadline to anticipate. I love the trade deadline. If I had a genie.
Me too. What's better than that? Yeah,
genie and I had one NFL wish, it would be soup up the trade deadline, man. Make it like the NBA. Let's move some suckers. I agree with you on the key offensive players. I think Autry is a really important one to circle. Where, like, Autry's 33. This team just recently extended Harold Landry. They signed Arden Key. Both that happened in the past offseason. And so those deals aren't really movable. Now, those guys are stand-up outside rushers. Autry still plays a little bit more of an inside role. But fundamentally, like, the room is a little bit crowded. And Autry's that sort of guy who, just like get him in the building, rental, and go. You know what I'm saying? He makes a lot of sense at a lot of different spots. I think Buffalo is a team that makes sense for him. I think the Jacksonville is a team that makes sense for him. I love that one.
I actually thought in this Bucs-Bills game, and I don't know what the numbers were, just watching it, I'm like, Baker Mayfield has a lot of time back here on a lot of these snaps. I was thinking, like, yeesh, I thought this pass rush would show up in a bigger way. I like that one, Danico Autry, as maybe an option for Buffalo.
And so I think Autry is one where, like, people are going to expect a lot of, like, the big names, like, Tannehill, Henry. I wouldn't be surprised if Autry is the most likely to get moved. Between the three, Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, DeAndre Hopkins, the offensive trio there. If you had to guess which one gets moved, which one would you guess?
Which one? I mean, I think Derrick Henry's getting moved.
I also think it's Henry. They have Kajay Spears. He's been playing nicely. They drafted Hassan Haskins the year previous. Like, they're very clearly in future running back mode in terms of their draft selections. And Henry just, like you sign him to the whale of a deal, and he had an unbelievable run with you, but he's so clearly past his prime, and you're just not in a time where you could be dealing with players who are past their prime. So I feel like we might see our last snaps of Derrick Henry in a Titans uniform on Sunday. So make sure you turn it on and watch. Enjoy it while you can.
And honestly, it'd be fun to see Henry on a playoff team. I still love watching that guy play football. So get him on a contending team, and let's watch him in December in some meaningful games. I would go Henry, Hopkins, and then, Tannehill's injured. So, that one would really surprise me unless he's healthier than we know right now. But I would say Henry and Hopkins are the two to circle there. All right.